Now the sons of the prophet said to Elijah, "There is not room enough for us in a place where we are living under your care. So let us go to the Jordan, and let everyone get to work cutting boards, and we'll make a living place for ourselves there." And he said to them, "Go then." And one of them said, "Be pleased to go with your servants." And he said, "I will go." So he went with them. And when they came to Jordan, they got to work cutting down trees. And one of them, while cutting a board, let the head of his axe go into the water, and he gave a cry and said, "This is a bad business, my master, for it is another's." And the man of God said, "Where did it go in?" And when he saw the place where it had gone into the water, cutting a stick, he put it into the water, and the iron came up to the top of the water. Then he said, "Take it up." So he put out his hand and took it. At that time, the king of Aram was making war against Israel, and he had meeting with the chiefs of his army and said, "I will wait in secret in some named place." And the man of God sent to the king of Israel, saying, "Take care to keep away from that place, where the Arameans are waiting there in secret." So the king of Israel sent to the place where the man of God had said there was danger, and kept clear of it more than once. And at this, the mind of the king of Aram was greatly troubled, and he sent for his servant and said to them, "Will you not make clear to me which of us is helping the king of Israel?" And one of them said, "Not one of us, my lord king. But Elijah the prophet in Israel gives the king of Israel news of the words you say, even in your bedroom." Then he said, "Go and see where he is, that I may send and get him." And news came to him that he was in Dothan. So he sent their horses and chariots and a great army, and they came by night, circling the town. Now the servant of the man of God, having got up early and gone out, saw an army with horses and chariots of war all round the town. And the servant said to him, "Oh, my master, what are we to do?" And he said in answer, "Have no fear. Those who are with us are more than those who are with them." Then Elijah made a prayer to the Lord, saying, "Lord, let his eyes be open, so that he may see." And the Lord made the young man's eyes open, and he saw that all the mountains was full of horses and chariots of fire around Elijah. Now when the Arameans came down to Elijah, he made a prayer to the Lord, saying, "Lord, make this people blind." And he made them blind at Elijah's request. And Elijah said to them, "This is not the way, and this is not the town. Come after me, so that I may take you to the man you are searching for." And he took them to Samaria. And when they had come into Samaria, Elijah said, "Lord, let the eyes of these men be opened, so that they may see." And the Lord made their eyes open, and they saw that they were in the middle of Samaria. And the king of Israel, when he saw them, said to Elijah, "My father, am I to put them to the sword?" But he said in answer, "You are not to put them to death. Have you any right to put to death those whom you have not taken prisoner with their swords in your bow? Put bread and water before them, so that they may have food and drink, and go to their master, so he may ready a great feast for them." And when they had food and drink, he sent them away, and they went back to their master. And no more bands of Arameans came into the land of Israel. Now after this, Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, got together all his army and went out to make an attack on Samaria, shutting the town in all its sides with his forces. And they became very short of food in Samaria, where they kept it shut, and still the price of an ass's head was 80 shekels of silver, and a small measure of dough's dropping was 5 shekels of silver. And when the king of Israel was going by on the wall, a woman came crying out to him and said, "Help, my lord king." And he said, "If the Lord does not give you help, where am I to get help for you? From the grain floor or the grape crusher?" And the king said to her, "What is troubling you?" And she said in answer, "This woman said to me, 'Give your son to be our food today, and we'll have my son tomorrow.' So boiling my son, we had a meal of him, And on the day after he said to her, "Now give your son for food," but she has put her son in a secret place. Then the king, hearing what the woman said, took his robe in his hands, violently parting them. And while he was walking on the wall, the people, looking, saw that under his robe he had haircloth on his flesh. Then he said, "May God's punishment come on me if Elijah the son of Shaphat keeps his head on his body after this day." But Elijah was in his house, and the responsible men were seated there with him before the king got there. Elijah said to those who were with him, "Do you see how this cruel and violent man has sent to take away my life?" While he was still talking to them, the king came down and said, "This evil is from the Lord. Why am I to go on waiting any longer for the Lord?